ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. And today, I am playing Civilization 7. Yes, I got the early access through this just so that I could play it and try it out. I've already played one game through. Wasn't too great. I am doing this without my VTube model, mostly because the game I believe is too new, in my opinion, and is very unstable because the game's not officially released yet. They're holding off that patch, so I'm not taking really any chances. I really don't want this game to crash on me while I'm playing, so I am going in on this as this. Alright? Okay, so I took some time and I thought about what I was going to play, and I think I'm going to be settling with Japan, with Himiko, the Queen of Wa. And I will be starting in the Antiquity Age instead of having some other age continuation. And I think I will start us out as, let's see, strategically competent, complement. All buildings receive 1 food adjacency, 3 plus production to monk mounts. That's not so bad. And let's see about this one. Do not, the Chimer districts and rivers do not remove the natural yield of the tile, 30 plus towards the Enkowat. Unique merchant, establishes trade routes for imports from foreign, immune to flood damage, ignores movement penalties. Okay. Chimer's cavalry unit is the elephant. The Barre, not so bad, not too bad. Does not remove warehouse bonuses, must be on flat terrain, one per settlement. Okay. I think what I am going to do is probably go with the Mississippian. Maybe. Maybe. Can unlock Hawaii, the Shawnee, the Inca, or the Majapahit, Siam. Well, you know what? I think I'll go with this. And I'm gonna go with, I think I'll go with standard. Continents plus archipelago, factor, shuffle, terra incognita. I like using terra incognita. Game speed, no, I'll just go with standard. And since it's my first time playing this game, should I go scribe or should I stick with governor? Well, since it's my first time playing it, it's my second time playing it, but you know, y'all know what I mean. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. Go ahead and launch the game and get right into it. I hope the game sound is not too freaking loud. Because sometimes it gets too loud in my ears, and some people do note that it's not very loud to them, that it's sometimes quiet, which, understandable. Understandable. Well, hopefully it won't take too long. Could take too long, but we'll see. Well, anyway, I know there's some growing pains with the game. I've seen that there is quite a mixed review.
Prosperity falls from the
it.
heavens, flows down the rivers to nourish the Kamai, the masters of waters. Where else will their rains fall?
I understand there is a lot of growing pains, and quite frankly, understandable. Yeah, I mean, this is early access. Expect some growing pains. So let's see. We got Himiko, the Queen of Wai, the Queen of Yamatai, an early Japanese state. Himiko used her political and religious authority as possibly a shaman of the sun goddess Amaterasu. To rule, her political prowess was recognized by the Chinese kingdom of Chao Wei, who dubbed her a friend of Wai. Her authority is echoed in what will become the Empire of Japan for 1,000 years. Of course, the Khmer Empire, Kamboja, or the Khmer Empire, was a model for the Hindu Buddhist heavens in the Southeast Asia. From its center, it projected its influence across the region. True Khmer power lie within the water, as harnessing the floods of the Mekong fueled some of the largest cities of the world. But as these floods waned, so did the Khmer's power, leaving its dream in ruins across Cambodia, Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam. Indeed. Indeed. Alright, game has begun. Let's see where we start. Okay. Ages. Obviously there's multiple ages in this. I won't be one of the first people sending out these games, so obviously people who run into me will probably have already seen a bit of this game. And challenges. Dawn of civilization. Your journey begins. Raise an empire from humble beginnings to greatness. Write your own version. Well, we have a very, well, I'd say rocky start. Yeah. Quite a rocky start, to say the least. I'm not gonna disagree with the placements. Not at all. I mean, having iron close by is good. Sheep is good. Not really a whole lot to expand on. That's food. But, if it don't work out, it don't work out, and I'll start again. No big deal, right? A settlement generates production. Uses production. And here's some of the growing pains, it seems. Some of the stuff's taking a while to load in. We're going to go ahead and get a scout. When this turn, the world will reveal itself as I explore around, obviously. New technologies emerge when people put their minds into solving great problems. We'll choose a technology. And I think we'll go with sailing since we are on the coast. And see what we can find out along the coast. Continue the productions. Alright. I think what I'll do is make another scout. Because I kind of want to see if there's more to these big mountains around us and cliffs. Alright, we can grow our city. How are we going to grow this city? Well, obviously, production or food. I think we want to go with food before we start doing production. The faster we grow, the better, I guess. Some discoveries we revealed a tent camp. I don't see a tent camp, but I'll take your word for it. There it is. There it is. Alright. I will continue my Caveman to Cosmos game. I decided that I was going to restart that game, so I'm getting back up to where I was, just so that I'm not on an island, you know, separated from the rest of the world like that. Clearly, I was falling behind unnecessarily because of being on an island. Let's see, steal the cattle. Removes all. Emil is not worth an enemy, so he heard a prize cattle was nearby her. Oh. Well, I'm not gonna steal it. I will get a bit more influence, because influence is king in this game, from what I've seen from other YouTubers when I was looking at the game. We're gonna go ahead and take this iron resource, because it gives +1 combat strength to the Empire, which is awesome. Always good for the early game and late game. And I think we'll work on trying to get the wool next for extra production and happiness. A lot of resources up here, which is good. I might settle another settlement up here if needed. Looks like we might have a river that comes down like this. We'll go ahead and make a granary. And I think I'm gonna put the granary up maybe here. It gives +1 research, and we can make use of that research. Earlier would be best. Go ahead and turn this scout into a boat. Let's see what we can find along the river here. Maybe it's a waterfall.
The fair breeze blew. The white foam flew.
And sailing get. Let's see. What kind of legacy do we want? Well, we're not surrounded by any other civs yet. We haven't found any, so I don't know if I want to follow military just yet. Maybe in the next stage. Maybe in exploration. We don't have too much trade going on either. We could do cultural or scientific, but I think I want to try maybe scientific, just so that way you can go through it. So we want to get writing first and become the first step towards the Great Library, and we'll keep that in mind as we go. So we want to get to writing first. So we will want, yes, sailing, pottery, and, well, obviously we probably need all three for, so we'll go ahead and work on that as we go. And we have resources where we can have trade goods and stuff like that, which we will have wool in the next few turns. Let's go this way. Oh, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it goes a whole different direction. Nope, I was right. There is a waterfall, and that waterfall has gold. Okay. Okay. That's a good resource. Reduces the cost of purchasing buildings. Always good. We'll go ahead and get that. Choosing a government. What government would be good? I think I want to grab... maybe despotism, right? More science if we celebrate. Nah, I think we'll go with oligarchy. And for this one, I think I'm just going to go ahead and put tool making. More science, more production, more everything, which would be good. Since he's going down there, we'll go ahead up here. And I see another site we can take our scout through. Let's see what's up here. And what about down here? Another waterfall. Silk. Gypsum. Not bad. This looks like a really good area for the Inca. For an Inca start. Alright. An unorthodox sect and is taking up residence on this hill. They feel their practices are not welcome to the cities. They are outcasts for a reason. Ignore them. Or show tolerance to the outcast. Spend 1 turn of culture. We'll just ignore them for more food. And we can grow our city again. And when we grow our city, go ahead and expand a woodcutter up here so that we can grab all of these. And we'll get wool the next time we grow. See a lot of deserts. We've got another camel here. And they can increase the resources assigned to a city. Oh, that's really useful. Extremely useful, really. Very useful. Alright, let's keep exploring. We got horses up here. That's a good resource. I think we'll definitely be expanding up here. Definitely. Let's see. Go further this way. There's a tent settlement up there. We'll go ahead up and around. Ooh. Small band of soldiers, canny engineers among them, has fled their homeland, cursing their despotic general. Oh, well, okay. We'll go ahead and find work for the soldiers.
All are made of clay.
More science. Definitely will help. We'll go ahead and grab writing, because that's our first step. And through here, we'll go ahead with a brickyard. And we'll put it here. Makes our mining and quarries and clay pits give more production. Not only that, it's also going to give us science. And we'll take great advantages for that. I haven't found any other Civ yet, nor have I found any independent states. As I say, there's an independent state, and we're going to go ahead and befriend them, which will use up all of our influence, but they're an economic hub, and economic city-states are definitely useful because they can grant us more gold. And our goal right now is to find independent states and increase our influence in the process. So we'll go ahead. Hunters have perfected the recipe for curing meats to not spoil. We can get more food, or we can add science, and we're just going to go ahead and add science because we want to rush our science. If we're going for a science-focused legacy, we definitely want to make use of any and all choices that we have for increased science. And I see there is the village of Babylon, an independent state which will have a science yield to it, and I don't know where it is. But with the scout coming from there, I will assume that perhaps it is up that way. Up to the north. Definitely. And you can increase these independent states to become settlements.
But the written word commands it.
And with writing done, we'll have our legacy part 2. And some technologies have civics, have a second more advanced tier, which can be researched once the base version is completed. These will award you with the Codex of Knowledge that can be placed inside of a library. The next objective, a library to earn a Codex. Yes, we will accept that. We have a narrative choice. Now, narrative choices gives you small bonuses and everything else from what I've seen, and it's all part of your just legacy in general. So we can either get more culture temporary or more science, and I actually want to hold off and grab writing 2, then go ahead and grab this to increase that, and we can get that done quicker. Makes it a little bit more easy. Babylon is already friendly with me from what I know. I do, maybe if I use the sentry ability. We have found a culture. Civ. The Chimu. Okay. So they're pretty much Incans, in a sense. But they also are hostile to me, which is not ideal. The Sentry is a good ability. It can scout ahead for you. Consumes the movement though, which is fine. Go ahead and try to take this and that. Grower City, we'll go ahead and take that wool. Gives us that resource. And it seems the economic civ has produced a warrior, which is not ideal. Especially if they decide to fight me. I don't want to fight them. Not yet. Not ever. Looks like we got a bunch of mountains surrounding the quarry area. And not really much use out of those yields. Alright, the Fallen Dead. Nearby conflict. The resting place. Commission a cemetery for the fallen. It will cost us 50 gold for 60 culture, which I'll go ahead and do. More culture.
Whose eye controls this world in highest heaven? He verily knows.
And let's see, we have combat strength on floodplains. We don't need that yet. Not yet. Go ahead and choose a new civic, and we will grab the. I think we'll go ahead with mysticism. And it seems my scout is engaged in combat, which I don't want. And there's Babylon of the Sumerian people. We'll go ahead and build a library. We'll put it in the best deals that we can grab. Unfortunately, it's not in our city. Which is fine. We'll go ahead and stick it here in this tropical flat. Okay. It's not a bad start so far. I'd like to imagine.
But the written word.
Well, I sure hope so. And our great works right now, our codex that we have is a +2 to science, which is good. It's in our palace. So we are good with that right now. We'll go ahead and get animal husbandry. It's been a while, I know. Oh, why do you have to sit on top of that? Alright, let's see. Go ahead and end this turn. See if they moved out of the way. I need Babylon to move. Oh, there we go. Awesome. See, folk have gathered to celebrate the god of plenty. Dancers drink and make merry. Gamblers cluster together. In the morning they tally their fortunes. We can join in the celebration, which gives us 75% happiness towards our thing. Celebration or increased culture. And I think I am going to take the celebration. Just more happiness. And we have found our first foreign adversary, which is Germany. We have found Friedrich.
Friedrich II. Hoch erfreut, euch kennenzulernen. Ich bin ein Engel im Salon, aber ein Teufel auf dem Schlachtfeld.
Very interesting. And since we have 100 influence, I am going to do the first meet and take advantage. And we have espionage and everything else. But I think with our diplomacy, I want to do is... He is a very, very good leader to befriend, especially in this format. So, I think with him, I want to get this and make use of our endeavors to increase our science output. And with our nation, we do have here, gain an endeavor, perform an alliance will grant you 25% increased more science. So we're going to get more science just for having friends, and that's what we're going to do. So we have our we love the council day, 20 plus food for 10 turns, or more production. As it stands, we'll probably go with more production for the next 10 turns. Makes things a little bit easier and faster. And we're going to go ahead and put charismatic leader in, just so that we can get just a little bit more culture as we go. Alright. See a bunch of elephants. Plus 10 to wonder development. Is that what that says? Placed in tropical plains and deserts. Sad we don't have any elephants near us. Well, at least not that I know of. We'll find that out. We'll figure that out. Alright. And the flooding. Okay, plus 1 food for flooding. Awesome.
The caged bird. Watch his button.
Alright. And we gain ourselves a leader attribute. So this just gives us perk points, essentially. And we're going to make use of it. So we got the scientific one. So we get plus 1 science per city, hall, and palace. Or palace. So all of our stuff will increase. Scientific attributes. Progress marches on, driven by discovery, or people first for knowledge. And we gain that point. And now we'll go ahead and grab probably masonry. That gives us more culture, and we'll make use of that culture as best we can. We'll go up here. We have Babylon. We have 2 city-states that are Babylon. Okay. Well, we have the Sumerians and Babylon. I want to make friends with them, obviously. More increased in science will definitely help. But we do need to get more influence. Unfortunately, we don't make a whole lot of influence. And we have found the, well, they're Chinese, I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to pronounce that. I'll butcher that pronunciation. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and use this ability, just to see what I'm looking at. Okay. Alright. It looks like we got something over there that we can run to. We'll go ahead and do that for the next 3 turns.
There is another world,
Mysticism unlocked.
but it is in this one.
And let's see. Legacy path. You have achieved a great milestone in the Chimer science. Codexes are also good. We need to get mathematics and build an academy. Sure thing, can do. Mysticism 2, not so bad. Pretty good. Public life, probably go for Mysticism 2 anyway. And let's see, Call of the Mountain from the altar, peak glows, the order of the city below, the domain of the spirits above, as the priest admire the vistas, voices debate, begin to rise like an evening chorus. What does the mountain tell us of the gods? They inhabit the earth and stone, have a settlement adjacent to a mountain, obviously we do have, and they watch over the sky, have a settlement with 10 population. It's just a mountain. We'll go ahead with the science one, because we are pretty much next to a mountain, aren't we? Or are these cliffs not really mountains? But we do have a mountain over here. So, I guess it's not going to be called that, but we'll see. And we want to grab Goddess of the Sun, plus 1 food, coach, gold, happiness, production on an altar. On altars, okay. I think what we will grab is, well, everybody's already grabbed all these pantheons, so I'm a little behind in that. I think, since we are on the coast, guess our best option would probably be either the goddess of the sun or the god of the sea. God of the sun or the god of the sea. That's going to be a tough choice. I think to finish it off, we should be a little bit more Japanese. Go with that. And then with that, we'll go ahead and build an altar, which obviously you can see all the resource bonuses already out the gate. And we're going to go ahead and build it here, just so that we can get the maximum amount of resources. And with that being out of the way, I'm going to end this first episode. I will go ahead and save this, and we will go with YouTube save. And go ahead and save that and pick this up next time. So until next time, my friends, goodbye.